A very good morning to all the listeners. Taking your topic forward from the importance of agriculture, types of agriculture, different agricultural practices in India, and then different seasons, different crops in different seasons, in different types of climates that are grown by the different communities in India, by the different types of farmers in India. We finally discussed the plantation agriculture, and then we were on the topic major food crops grown in India, and we were talking about the grains. And first of all, we will go according to the sequence of your NCERT. See page number 38, 39, 40, 41. According to that, we go first of all for rice, which is a staple food for most of the people of India, particularly living in the coastal regions and in the deltic regions. Rice is a very important kharif crop of India, and India stands second in the world in the production of rice. When rice is grown, farmers need the temperature and humidity above 25 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius and above, and rainfall 100 centimeter and above annually. And if there is no rainfall in a region, then it is grown under irrigation, and particularly the canal irrigation has made it very, very popular in India. In my previous lectures, I have told you that Punjab, Haryana, a number of canals came up during the colonial rule. When Britishers were there in India, a number of canals were dug, and Indians knew about the canal irrigation. And do you know, students, that Britishers named Punjab, Haryana as their canal colony. They named it as canal colony. So it was a technique, it was a technology. And particularly rice is grown in the plains of northeastern part of India and the coastal and the deltic regions of India. In the plains, in the deltic region, in the coastal region, rice is grown in a large quantity, and India stands second in the world in the production of rice. Then we come to wheat. It is a rabi crop. India stands again second in the world in the production of wheat. It is a rabi crop which requires a cool climate to grow. As much as cool climate is there, wheat will come up very well. Also, during the cool climate, there is high precipitation, and the grains of wheat grow very well when there is high precipitation. Remember, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, these regions are very, Punjab, Haryana obviously, these regions are very important for the production of wheat. In fact, wheat, the production of wheat, and it can be divided into two particular zones, growing zones in India. The first zone is Ganga Satluj plains in the northwestern part of India, and the second one is the black soil region. So it has been divided into two parts: Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana, Madhya Pradesh. These are major wheat growing states of India. Because I told you that in this chapter, this is all your map work. Locate it side by side in your map as I am telling you, explaining it to you. Keep a map with you. Write down what are plains, what are deltic regions. These are the coastal regions of India, the eastern coast. Paddy is grown over here. You can see your NCERT page number 3940. You can see the map of India. Note it down. Then Rajasthan, a narrow corridor. The Indira Gandhi Canal had been diverted earlier. Not much crops were grown in Rajasthan, but western Rajasthan, because of the diversion of the Indira Gandhi, or rightly called the Rajasthan Canal, it has been possible that their wheat can be grown. Wheat and other crops can be grown. So this was the second important food crop of India. First, I told you about rice. Second, I told you about wheat. And the third one is millets. Millets comprise of three food crops: jowar, bajra and ragi. Three food crops. And if we talk of jowar, it is the third important food crop. First rice, second wheat, and the third important food crop, the grain, is jowar. Jowar is grown in a large area in Maharashtra. In the regions of Maharashtra, jowar grows very well and people consume in a large number this jowari and jowar. Correct? Third important crop of India, major crop of India. Second comes the bajra. Bajra grows very well in the sandy and the shallow soils, and particularly Rajasthan is very well suited for the production of bajra. Then comes ragi. Ragi is also a very important food crop, grown very well in a large area comprising Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. And all the three crops together are very rich in iron, calcium, they have good roughage, and particularly these three, jowar, bajra and ragi, particularly they are consumed by those people who do physical labor, because lots of nutrients are there. Ragi, immediate, if there is lack of hemoglobin, if the patients are anemic, immediately they are given ragi and their hemoglobin comes up. It is so good, so rich in iron. So all the three crops are very important as far as the nutrition is concerned, as far as the iron and calcium and all these nutrients which are needed for particularly those people who do physical labor. Correct? Now the fourth one is maize. These days coming up in the market, maize, a kharif crop again, and it requires 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius temperature and hot and humid climate. Correct? Now one more thing that has made the millets very important, particularly for a country like India, where food is needed as well as fodder is needed. So maize is such a crop which is used as food and fodder both. The food part of maize is consumed by the human beings, and its stems and the leafy part, it is consumed by the cattle, and it is said that it is a very good nutrient for the cattle. About maize, we have one more thing to discuss, that is due to the HYV, high yielding variety, and use of biofertilizers, use of HYV, India has become a major country to produce a variety of maize, sweet corns, small baby corns, etc. because of the high yielding variety technique. We are able to produce it at a large scale, we export it, and we earn very good foreign exchange from it. So it is another very important food crop as far as India is concerned. Then we come to the pulses. Pulses, it is an important part of our food, and particularly for those people who are vegetarian. Because in a vegetarian diet, pulses, they are very important source of protein. And a number of pulses are grown in India. Some of the pulses are grown in Rabi season like peas, and some of the pulses are grown in the Kharif season like the other arhar, urad, etc. These pulses are grown in Kharif. Peas, I told you, a Rabi pulse, and these are an important part in the Indian food. In India, a larger part of the cropping area is covered by the pulses, and particularly in certain regions it is grown as a second crop with the other crops. Why? The question is why the plants of pulses are grown as a second crop with the other crops, or in rotation, you can say. They are grown in rotation. It is because the plants of pulses are known as the leguminous plants. Leguminous plants means they are grown with the other crop which takes 6 to 8 months to mature. They are grown within it. A natural feature of the plants of pulses is they absorb nitrogen from the atmosphere and they naturally fix it to the soil. So the soil becomes fertile. Simultaneously, the soil becomes fertile. So like this, a number of pulses are grown in our country. Tomorrow, we will proceed this topic further, go through all these topics and prepare a chart on the register. Write down the food crops in India, the temperature, the rainfall, the states, and particularly do the map work. Thank you, students.